The funny story about how we met was Philly was a DJ at I Love R&B, and I remember that she literally was DJing, and I was really impressed by how she was DJing.
The first place that we actually met was at I Love R&B, which is the Friday night that we always play at. I was DJing before him and he was on after me, and I knew the pressure was on because being a female DJ, every single male DJ judges me, so I have to always be super, super good and make sure I make no mistakes and play a really, really good set. And he was amazed at how well of a DJ I was, and he was so amazed that right after that night when he got home, he messaged me and was like, wow, you're actually really, really good. And I guess that kind of is what started off.
And it was just really insane. Like, she had this Instagram post. I'll try to find the Instagram post that she's like something about like people who don't reply or whatnot. And I literally commented on that Instagram post, and that's literally how we met.
He messaged me via Instagram, by the way, and we kind of knew of each other, but that is pretty much how we met, and then we just started hanging out since then. So, big shout out to I Love R&B, otherwise we probably would have never met.
And it was ages ago, and the funny thing is, like, I was actually never supposed to DJ at this club because I was never part of like their little niche group that they had, and I was the outsider DJ, and she was like the person that was part of that group, and I wasn't, so it was actually really strange.
We have been together for 3 years. Our anniversary was just then. It happened in the Maldives. He surprised me. It was completely amazing, and I can't believe we went there.
It's weird because it's like we've been together. We were dating for like 6 to 8 months prior us meeting, me asking her to be my girlfriend. So like we just celebrated our 3-year anniversary, which was crazy. We literally celebrated our anniversary at Maldives, which was insane.
We have been dating prior to the 3 years about 6 months, so about 3.5 years altogether, not officially.
It was actually really, really insane. Like I didn't plan it on purpose, and it was just like, yeah, it was actually insane. I can't believe it's been like 3.5 years now. It's crazy, actually.
I think that marriage is on the cards. I mean, we've been together for quite a while now. There isn't anything really bad that's going on. It's been a pretty good relationship, I would say. We've always joked about / talked about like the future together, so that's always a good thing.
I feel like we're not at that point in our lives or in our careers that we want to get married. Like, it's the same thing with kids, like kids as well. I just feel like we're just not at a comfortable state that we believe that our relationship is to that point. I mean, people say you don't plan kids, but like we are trying to plan ourselves and our futures.
And I was even like to him the other day, I'm like, you surprised me to the Maldives. Like, what are you gonna do when you propose to me? Because you just went all out. Like, I think you ruined yourself doing that. Maybe you should have taken me to Bali and then maybe taken me to Maldives for our honeymoon.
It's been a crazy ride for us. Like, you guys should know by now, like, it's been 3.5 years, and I've grown so much with her, and we're just continually growing. We've got like, I don't know, it could just happen. I don't know. I just would have no idea at all. She's just looking at me like, what the hell is he saying? I want to live in Japan, but I know right now, I feel like she wouldn't want to live anywhere else besides here, or even somewhere in like the UK, because she's not a big fan of Asian countries. So I feel like she'd be wanting to live somewhere like in Paris, London, or something towards there. I
definitely know his answer. His answer would definitely be to live in Japan. He's spoken about that before. He knows exactly what I'm talking about.
But for me, it would be Japan. Yeah, Japan's just like the place that I would love to be at.
For me, I don't actually know. I feel like I could stay in Japan for like a month or so, but I couldn't live there for more than that. It's just not really a place that I am super, super in love with like him. I think maybe if I go to America, we've obviously never been to America, it seems like a place I would love to go and I would love to live in and experience for like a couple of months, but who knows? I've never been there, so I have no idea what it's actually like. So at the moment, I'm pretty happy with Australia. I mean, it's a pretty great country.
It's like, it's not like we argue every single day, but it's like we argue about the most, like, there's only one major topic that you guys don't know that we argue about, and it's about, like, work ethics, because she knows I have the most craziest work ethics. Like, you guys don't see it more on my side of it, because I just prefer not to show it, and she likes to show it, but, like, I work all the time, and it's hard for me to see her sit around and do nothing. Not nothing, but, like, I want her to grow as a person, grow as an individual, the same way that I have, the same way that she's taught me.
Yes, we do argue. We don't have crazy arguments. I mean, like, we have, like, little ones, like, about, like, what we're eating for dinner, or if I, like, tell him to, like, put some cups away, or just, like, minor things. The main big thing that we do argue about, though, which I'm sure he probably mentioned, is work. We do argue about that a lot. I think it's just because we both have very different work ethics. He is always working, always grinding 24/7, as you guys probably know. Whereas me, I do work, but I'm not as motivated as him, and I still need that, like, a little push to keep me going.
What you guys don't know, I came out of a really bad relationship prior meeting her, and it was like, I wasn't able to grow as a person, and now she gave me that opportunity to grow as a person. I've grown so much in the last 3.5 years. It's just amazing how much I've grown and how much she's taught me. But I want to teach her what she's taught me, because she doesn't see it the way I see it. And that's what we argue the most about. We argue about work, like how much work we actually have to put in. She knows exactly what I'm saying. So it's just she knows exactly.
I know what you're saying. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's definitely something that we do argue about. I think that's something that a lot of relationships argue about. So you kind of just have to work through it. I'm slowly working through it. We're working through it together. But other than that, we're pretty good. There's nothing else that we argue about. Like, we hear about some of our friends that have some issues going on, and I'm like, that doesn't really affect us. Like, it usually affects other couples, but I think we're doing pretty good.
You know, the hardest thing is balancing, like, my work life with her and trying to make her a part of my work life, because I work all the time and it's actually really bad. I spend more time working on whatever I'm doing than her, like, and it's crazy that she understands that. Like, I work a lot, and I feel like that's something that it's hard for us or to anyone to find someone that understands that I really want to make something out of myself. And her being a part of that is insane.
Honestly, thinking of it, I can't really think of a hard moment we have experienced. I think the main issue that we do have is, as I mentioned, the prior question was our work, and that's what we argue about. Other than that, nothing really comes at the top of my head. We have a pretty good relationship, as I keep mentioning. Like, we see each other 24/7. There's not really a day where we don't see each other. I think the longest we have gone without being around each other was when he went to Japan, and that was for a whole week, and that was the longest ever, and ever since then, hasn't happened again. Still been stuck with him 24/7 every single day. Isn't that right? Yeah?
Do you know what I'm worried about?
What?
Our answers are not the same.
I know, I have no idea. I have no idea what he's thinking. Like, this could just make or break our relationship. I'm talking about, like, how our relationship is so good, and if I don't like his answer, he doesn't like mine, it could be over.
These questions now we're going to answer just like this, because it really doesn't matter what our answers are, because it's not crazy questions. It is regarding us as a couple and as a pair and whatever you guys want to call it. So the first question actually is, I'm pretty sure, how did you guys go in high school? Personally, for me, high school for me was like, all I did was play sports. I played a lot of sports. Honestly, I'm going to say it. Should I say it? I should really say it. Should I say it?
No, I just do it. You've already partly teased him. You can't not say it.
I was just like, I was involved with bad people. That's probably the best way to say it.
I didn't think you were going to say that.
What did you think I was going to say?
I thought you were just going to say you're a bad kid. Like, he was like the bad kid at school that everyone was like annoyed with.
Yeah,
all
so
the teachers hated him.
Yeah, so I was like the bad kid.
He was that kid.
I was the bad kid, and literally I was part of, like, I hanged around with a lot of bad people. I didn't know what I was going to do in high school. I just literally, high school wasn't for me. And then I went on to go to uni and stuff like that, and I didn't do well. I actually got a grade into school. Like, even when I told her, and she was like, is that really your score? And I was like, yeah, I did really well. Like, I studied really hard, but I just didn't see what it would do for me in my future, and I ended up being good at what I'm doing now, and none of that is because of school.
For me, I was pretty average kid. I was usually like that C grade kid. I didn't really aim too high, but I didn't fail either. I was always really, really good at like the arty stuff though. So like textiles, sewing, art, studio art, just anything creative, and also PE. Believe it or not, I was good at PE. I was.
Guys,
I was
you
always
really need to see her draw.
really good.
If you guys could see her draw, you would not.
I was always, no, I'm telling you, I was really good. I was super like,
babe, you can only draw stick figures.
now, but I maybe just lost my creativity. Anyway, so I was good at that. Maths, not so good at. English, not so good at. But I enjoyed school. I liked it. I was known as like that shy person, so I was really, really quiet. Another thing is that YouTube actually helped me not be so shy. Like, I remember I used to cry or just like not even go to school if I had to do an oral presentation. That's how shy I was. And now look at me. Why did you both start a YouTube channel?
Okay, it was actually my idea to begin with.
Yeah, I wasn't really into it because I'm shy, I don't like being on camera, I don't like my voice, all that stuff.
It was my idea because I was just like, I always wanted to do it, and I needed a reason to do it. Not a reason, like, just wanted to do it in general. That was literally it. I just wanted to become a YouTuber because I just felt like we had something to show people, and I had something to tell people. And
I think because like our lives weren't just like at the time the same every single day, which still it's not really the same every single day. It was interesting, and like we were both DJs as well, and like yeah, we're always just doing different fun things, I guess.
And it's insane how much we've grown. Like, we watched our very first video, and it was literally in my car, like in one of my old cars, with a GoPro stuck to like the windscreen, and that was literally it. And now, right now, we have 3 cameras filming this segment, which is insane. Like, it's a whole different game now. Like it's so crazy how much we've grown as people through YouTube, and how much our lives have like inclined because of YouTube. Like, I've said this a million times, and you guys actually probably won't believe it, or this is why I keep saying it, is half the things that I have now personally, I would not have it without YouTube. Definitely. Like, I'm actually more comfortable saying it. Like, I definitely would not have a lot of things if it wasn't for YouTube.
I think as well, like, I'm super grateful that we have done YouTube, because we always just go back to previous videos and just watch them, especially like our travel vlogs, our first ever overseas trip to Thailand together. I go back and regularly watch it, and it's just like really interesting to see how we were, and even what we looked like. We have completely changed in what we look like. If you see his hair.
Because like, yeah, it's true, because I transitioned through so many things, like fad styles and stuff like that. Like, we both like changed our style a lot from day one that we met each other.
We both did, and we both got cooler. I used to, no, he was not cool. He would wear like straight pants, your hair was like this big, kind of still is that big. And I dressed a lot more girly, and I would always be wearing heels and stuff. But now, I'm all about that sneaker life.
Yeah, she didn't even know there was a sneaker culture out there.
Vans was the only sneakers I wore. Where do we plan to travel next?
Honestly, on my side of things, I would love to travel to another Asian country. I actually want to travel back to Vietnam, because it's something that I've always wanted to do ever since I was young. And it's just that my parents took me when I was young. I barely remember it. But it's something that I always want to experience, because I feel like the culture there now is changed from what I remember. And it's just something that I just want to go back to, like my motherland, I would say.
Yeah, I think I definitely would want to go back. I'm changing. Yeah, I think I would definitely want to go to Vietnam. I have never ever been before, and I am half Vietnamese. So I think that's the next trip that we're going to go to. Also, another trip which we will plan a little bit more for is to America, but that probably won't happen until next year, I reckon.
Yeah, most definitely, because we want to plan for America, but you guys know that my current lifestyle right now, I'm opening a lot of businesses, and I can't actually like put away 2 to 3 months to actually just travel and enjoy America. That's something we want to do as a couple, and actually enjoy ourselves, and me not needing to work. Because what you guys don't know, when we do travel,
he's like, still working 24/7.
Like 60-70% of the time I'm working. Like, if I'm ever on my phone, I'm working. If I'm ever on my laptop, I'm working. It's not like I'm just browsing and doing nothing. It's always something going on. And I feel like America would be a trip that I really would love to just put everything down. And just the only thing that I work on is editing videos, which is probably the best thing.
Yeah, and I think like America, you need to do everything. Like once we're over there, we want to go to like WWE matches. He wants to go to NBA games. Like we want to do everything and see everything whilst we're over there, because I feel like it's like a once in a lifetime trip.
Well, let's hope not, because like I said Tokyo and Japan was gonna be a once in a lifetime thing, and I've been there twice now, and I'm actually thinking about going back there. So it could maybe not be. Hey, wait, hold on, babe. You said once in a lifetime for Maldives, and
we're going to be going back to the Maldives for our honeymoon. Last question is, who does all the cooking, babe?
Who does all the cooking? I do not cook at all. Like I can if I wanted to, but I just don't, because I just don't have time. So
can you name the dishes you have cooked for me in this whole 3 years of dating?
Okay, spaghetti.
Yep, one.
Pasta.
That's the same thing.
No, it's a different type of...
What pasta? You've only ever made
pasta.
me... You've never made me penne pasta.
Okay, so...
It's only been spaghetti.
Fried rice. Yes, I've cooked fried rice.
Okay.
Noodles, like properly cooked it, not just fucking...
Noodles? That's instant noodles is what he's talking about, guys. With an egg in it. And instant noodles, that's what they're talking
That counts. What else have I cooked?
There's only one more thing that I can think of.
What is it?
Bacon and eggs.
Breakfast. Breakfast.
He's good at breakfast.
I'm good at breakfast. I'm actually really good at cooking breakfast. I remember.
But yeah, I do otherwise I do most of the cooking, and I enjoy it. Like I like it. I find it like relaxing. I love going grocery shopping. Yeah.
Anyway, guys, that's the end of this Q&A. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We really wanted to make it more intimate and more like, so you guys can see that we're just not making... I'm actually really worried because I haven't edited this video yet, and I have no idea if we're on this... I'm worried that I'm not on the same wavelength. So, but at the same time, you guys know at least this is honest answers, and you guys and us, we all know our honest answers, and this is the reason why I actually wanted to do it this way. She actually didn't even know I wanted to do it this way, because I just felt like this was the best way to do this video.
Also, guys, as well, if you want to see more videos with us together, because I know we both do a lot of solo videos, comment that down below and we will try to do more videos together. I have fun doing these.
And we're going to be doing our own Q&As, so you guys have ask more questions like directly towards me and Philly. Philly will do her own one, I'll do my own one, and then you guys can know more about us as individuals rather than as a couple. Anyway, guys, hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed this video. Hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed. Hit that bell button because it notifies you every single time we release brand new videos. Help us get to our next milestone. What is our next milestone, babe?
30,000 subscribers.
No, it's not. It's 50K.
Oh, shit.
It's definitely 50K. So help us get there. Subscribe. Share this video to your family, mum, dad, aunties, uncles, dogs, nieces, aunts, cats. Speak to you guys on tomorrow's video or the next videos that you guys watch from us. Peace.
Bye, guys.